Hello, good people of YouTube. This is Sean with Feature View Gaming, and this is going to be a collection of clips of some sniper gameplay. This is my aggressive recon slash defensive recon slash counter sniping montage. And the first clip is the one I'm trying to get on clip of the week, trying to get Show to show it. And hopefully it's a good enough clip to where he'll do it. Hopefully it's something that he'd like to put up there, because he doesn't really do much positive stuff for snipers. And you know, being on console, actually sniping like this is really difficult, and I think I do pretty good. Now on this video I'll speak a little bit about the basics of the recon class, which is your accessories and devices that you have, your weapons, different scopes, different attachments for them, and my personal favorite setups, as well as just some basic, you know, kind of if you don't know it type shit. So first off, let me go ahead and say this: I'm not really doing a video about anything on the semi-auto snipers. Those really are not my thing. I mean, I'm sure they're enjoyable. I don't use them too much. I probably will start using them a little bit here and there just to get a little feel for them, so I can actually have a better idea of what I can do with them. But I'm a bolt action guy. I mean, nothing feels better than being able to just cap someone in the head with a bolt action rifle and just watch their body drop. It gives you a really, really good feeling inside. You feel a lot of accomplishment on almost every sniper kill you get, which is why making montages and clips of them are really hard, because you're almost always proud you got a sniper kill. And when you go on those multi-kills, if you get your little Mongol FPS moment going, then you just, honestly, it's bonifying almost. Now, most important thing about recon is knowing what the job is made for. It is not to sit in one corner of the map and shoot at people the entire time. The only thing you're doing to help your team with that is maybe some suppression here and there, and maybe 1 or 2 kills. That is really not what this class is made for. It's made to give your team an advantage on the spawns with the spawn beacon, to give your team intelligence with the MAV and the motion sensor, and SOFLAM is good for anti-vehicles. They're great for armored kill, as far as I know. I don't really play much armored kill because, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it too much. To me, there's just, I know it's an armor-based DLC, and there's just a little too much armor to it. And a lot of people who are hardcore Battlefield fans will tell me I'm full of shit, but yeah, that's just me. Now this little segment right here is counter sniping. You got the guys up on the roof. They got the advantage of having the high ground, but if they're not that great of snipers, they're not going to do much work up there. This is where I say you're not helping your team just by kind of humping the roof of a building, hiding off in some obscure area of the map. Now, that might be kind of what I'm doing now, but like I said, it's counter sniping. I'm trying to pick these guys off of this building and out of these little hideaways in the building, so that we can start pushing up a little bit more and maybe push the spawns to switch, which doesn't, in this match, didn't really happen much. And I didn't edit this clip down like I probably should have, so you still get some of my little troll gameplay. And in all honesty, it can actually play into what I'm talking about too. Now, as I said, know your weapon, know what you're using, and know your devices. We spoke a little bit about the devices, but spawn beacon, very important as a recon. Why? Because it gives your team an advantage of knowing where they're going to spawn at. If they ain't spawning on you, they can spawn on your spawn beacon, and it could put them in a better situation than them spawning on you, because you might be in the thick of fighting. And right there I get the nice little no-scope headshot of the guy running in the corner, running around the corner. And just before that was one of those what the fuck moments that I always seem to have with my JNG 90. There's times where I am a beast with it, and there are times where I just feel like I'm not getting the kills I should be getting. It's because, as you notice, it has that little kickback while you're shooting that kind of throws your aim off just a hair. And for a bolt action, that is really not that great. It's kind of hard to compensate for at times, but you can do it. And the J&G is a very good rifle. Now, while speaking on that, we'll talk about... we spoke on the spawn beacon, and this is one use of it. Getting behind the enemy and blowing them up. And I spoke a little bit. The SOFLAM is anti-vehicle. As you know, you pretty much just laze vehicles. If you have anyone using javelins, it is like a godsend for them. It allows them to shoot down planes and stuff. Your tugs is good for your close quarters maps, and your MAV. Now the MAV is kind of a fun toy, and it used to be really fun when you could actually mav ram people without destroying it, which I never really got to enjoy, because back then I really didn't play recon much. I didn't play it enough to unlock it, but it is very good for getting intelligence, showing your team where the enemy is, and that can save your team a huge headache. If you can fly around and spot everybody, it annoys the enemy team so bad. I know, because I'm almost always on the receiving end of that. A lot of my deaths are because someone's flying around in an MAV and spotting me. Plus the noise is really irritating. Now, another big basic step is cover. As you see right here, I'm using these 2 concrete sheets. I'm using them as cover. It's kind of hard to pick someone out of here. Now, if you're a good sniper, you can, but most assault rifle guys and stuff do not have the higher power optics to where they can really get that good beat on you to take you out. And even if they can, you have enough reaction to just step off to the side. There's not that much space. There's maybe 5 to 6 inches of clearance here, which is very good for sniping. It's a nice little place to post up and farm a couple kills, especially in team deathmatch, which is what this is. As you see, I'm picking up a bunch of kills here, and another little basic is knowing where your teammates are. You see right here, this guy is trying to flank me, and I'm just trying to I'm trying to find him, but I'm kind of pillaring the cover to keep him from actually being able to shoot me, and my teammate comes over and saves my ass. Now, here's where I get to return the favor. As you see, the guy starts shooting just a hair before my teammate. That could have been my teammate's ass. That guy right there could have gotten behind my teammate. And this guy right here, not sure if he did, but I think he did take out that teammate. So me trying to save my teammate really didn't help, but I saved my own ass. Thanks for the teammate saving me. Sorry, bro. And this right here, these little quick shots with the J&G are hard to get with any bolt action. This is generally where you want to semi-auto, but it's possible. It feels good to get these, and if you're really good at sniping, the bolt actions are a little bit better in these situations because of the high damage. But if you're not that great with it, semi-auto might be the way to go. But anyways, knowing your weapon. Every sniper rifle has different... You know what? Let me go ahead and talk about this real quick. This is just a little fun clip. This is counter trolling. The guy thought he was going to troll me. He's like, oh, he's going to run after me after seeing me drop the C4. I'm like, son, you're not going to pull my move on me. Nope. 180. Shoot his face off. Teabag him. You can't troll a troll, son. Anyways, back to what I was saying. J&G 90, second highest velocity behind the M98B. Very powerful rifle at range. Very minimal bullet drop. And it's an all-around good gun. Now right here, what you're seeing me do is I'm shooting down the helicopter at the very start of this match. Damn Van Peak, Rush. You always shoot that first helicopter down because it's a headache at the very beginning of a match. If you can get shot down, you generally don't have any problem getting to the first set of MCOMs, and you're about to see a guy get glitched out, and I was just like, hey, what the fuck? Anyways, aside from the J&G, I've used the M40A5, and this is a very good sniper rifle. Really quick bolt action, very good for closer ranged engagements. And I do like it. I just don't have the unlocks on my main account. I have them on my other one, so I might do some more with it later. I wouldn't turn anyone away from any of the bolt action sniper rifles. They all have their quirks, but they're all generally pretty good. And your optics. That's kind of a just personal preference. I like the 3.5 zoom scopes, or 3.7, whichever they are. because they give you enough zoom to really pick people off at a range, but they're also nice for your close quarters engagements like this one right here, which you saw earlier in this clip. Now, another big thing really that I can go into is your sidearm. Make sure you have a sidearm you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with it, don't use it, because you're going to rely on it a hell of a lot more. And to me, that's just the Rex I'm very comfortable with. The 93R, the Magnum, very comfortable with those weapons. So I use those a lot. And I'll use the M1911 here and there. It's a very, very, very good gun, but I just seem to get better performance out of the revolvers. Plus, you get a good feeling when you kill someone with a Magnum. Almost as good of a feeling as you get when you actually get that nice, quick scope with the sniper rifle. Or when you pick the guy running out of the building being an idiot. Now, another big thing about sniping, playing the objective, people, like I said earlier, kind of camp off on the corners of the maps. That's no way to play it, because you're not helping your team. Get in close, drop a spawn beacon. Flank the enemy, get all the way back by their spawn and drop a spawn beacon. That's the best use for some of these urban maps on Conquest. Now, when you're playing defensive against an objective, don't rush the enemy like a lot of people think. Oh, you're being aggressive, so you have to rush. No, you really don't. Control their avenues. Keep them from being able to get that easy look at the objectives. You're not going to be able to stop them all from getting to it yourself unless you're some kind of beastly sniper. But you can make their life a lot harder. And part of being a good recon is keeping suppression up. You can help your support guys get the suppression on the enemy, and it helps your team a lot. So I've gone over a lot of the basics of the recon class. As I said, be aggressive, use your cover, always have some kind of cover to duck behind in those little close quarters engagements, and choose an optical you're comfortable with, choose a rifle you're comfortable with, and be very comfortable with your sidearm, because chances are 40% of your kills are going to come from your sidearm. Now, as I said, spawn beacon placement, very important. Placing the other stuff, using the other stuff is very important. You can use your MAV as a motion sensor if you don't want to fly it around. Put it in a good place, put it up on top of a building over the enemy spawn, and you know where they're running to, and that helps your team out a lot. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and I should have a lot more coming through the week, and hopefully you enjoyed this. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a rating, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see me talk about any other classes or any other strategies. Thank you, and have a good